Okay, Uva, this is the valve spring compression experiment you wanted me to perform. These are the two OS engine springs that you just purchased, basically. This spring here is the spring, the intake valve spring that came out of my engine when I replaced both springs at the same time. So this, in theory, should be a good spring. So I want to compare the compressed or the free length of this to one that just came out of the package. Okay, so it's rolling around in there. It's not being compressed at all. Let me take this spring out. This is the new one. Let me roll this one out. Let me see if this one will place right in that same space, and it does. Now I can tell this spring has a higher sheen to it than this one does. Old spring, or from the engine, new spring. Now they're both a little snug on there. So another measurement that you wanted, and I'll measure that on the new spring, is you wanted, I think you wanted the thickness of the coil, which looks like it's about 0.84 millimeters. And I believe you wanted the inside diameter, which is 4.69 millimeters. So here I have my vise, and you said these are about 10. You want these compressed to about 7 millimeters. So I'm going to put one in one side. Oops, so I don't want to keep it up near the top. And I want to put one in this side. And I want to measure how much compression they're under. They should be about 7 millimeters, you said you wanted. 7.85. So let's squeeze that down a little bit more. .91 here. So it's not squeezing exactly the same amount on these sides, but 7.24. 7 point. Let's go a little bit more. .92, 6.90. Let me release that just a hair. Six, 7.16 there. 7.12 there. Okay, so I'm going to leave these springs compressed just like this. This is the amount of compression that they're under right now, both of them. This is the new spring. This is the spring that came out of my engine. Now in the morning, I'll take a reading, I'll release the pressure on them, and I'll take relaxed readings on each of these engines in the morning, and we'll see how they do. Okay, it's been about 12 hours for these springs, so I'm going to take these springs out, do one final measurement on them. So I can do this upside down. both seem to slide right in here just fine, and it's reading 10.01 millimeters, so it does look like they took a little bit of a set overnight. So it does look like they took a set, and I'll measure them again today after I get home from work and see if they've expanded at all, and then we'll be done with this. Okay, so I just got home from work. I measured these springs. They sat overnight. I measured them first thing this morning, and it looked like they took a set. Now I want to compare them against this other one spring that I didn't open and see if these came back at all, or if they're still just going to have this set taken. This was the used one. This was the brand new out of the package one. And it looks like it's reading about 10.15 right now. Let's open this one up that's never been out of the package before. Visually, I don't see a difference. And now that one feels like it's about the same too, unless I got them mixed up. No, this one, okay. So I don't know. Measuring these springs is challenging at best, because when you think you've got a measurement, then maybe you don't really have a measurement. There's just slight, I mean, it's being held in place there. 10.15 is enough to have it drop out. That must be the new one. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Not sure what to think of this. I'll have to go back and review what the numbers were this morning. Now I got these all three mixed up. I know which one the used one is, but between the two shiny ones now I don't know which one is which. So apparently the experiment wasn't all that conclusive, but that's what it is.